Cache Days at the Hill at Katy Dragway is my favorite no-prep race at my favorite track, hands down. The first year they held this event, we only ran the van on motor and rung what you brung, so obviously I got my clock cleaned. The second year they held it, they brought in a True Street class, which I was really excited about, but I screwed up and lost. So I came in this year determined to make a clean nitrous pass. When we got there, I figured I was going to have to run and rung what you brung because I didn't quite fit the rules for the other classes, and that was fine. I just wanted to make a clean pass. If you're not familiar with how no-prep races work, there's no test passes, there's no drag racing during the day at all. The gates open at noon and driver's meeting isn't until 7, and the first race doesn't happen until after the driver's meeting. So there is a lot of time to fill during the day, and a lot of racers don't even start showing up until around 4 p.m. We got into town around noon, had lunch, got to the track around 1. It was extremely hot, so we'd make these short little trips to walk around, see what cars were there, and then head back to the shade. It's always cool to see new, unique stuff to the track, and I love that this race is starting to catch on and get more and more participation. I always try to walk around and get videos of all the cars that I can before a race, not only because I like to share, but also because unfortunately sometimes bad things happen, and that car's never going to look like that again. Registration opened at 4, so I went up to the tent expecting to buy into Rung What You Brung. But Kenzie told me that Happy was going to let me run in tailgate, so as excited as I already was, I was even more excited now. Just like it sounds, tailgate is a pickup truck class, but there's also a Trackhawk that always runs in it, so I figured with my single back door, it wasn't far off, and at least it was vehicles that it made more sense for me to line up against. I had put new shocks in this week, tested, had a game plan, knew how I was going to launch the van. I was ready. One of the big announcements that was made a couple weeks before the event was that 1320 was actually going to be on the property filming, and it was pretty neat to see these guys in person. Another benefit to filming all the vehicles is you never know who you're going to race until chip draw at the driver's meeting. So, if you have footage throughout the day, you can go back and say, oh yeah, that's that truck that I raced. This is the truck that I raced. He may have a weight advantage. So after 6 hours of sitting and hydrating, it was finally time for the driver's meeting. I always enjoy the meeting and the rules of these races because they're just a little bit more gangster than the average no prep.
It's not my job to say. If it's blatant, then yeah, I'll say something. If you're gonna bump, let me know if you're gonna bump. You can't bump past the line. You go by nose, on the line, not power. Burnout, back there.
Back tires behind the other yellow line?
Yeah, and you can burn out as far as you want. You get one burnout, it must produce smoke. We'll have somebody up here that's watching that. If it doesn't produce smoke, then you get an on it. But after another one, you don't do an on, sorry. You gotta cross into the other lane. And I watch that. There's no camera for that. So if you have a problem with me calling across, don't race.
Just come up to us, grab one of us, and say, hey, I think you jumped. I want to review the video.
And we'll do it after the round.
And then that's when Limpy will go look at it before the next round. But it's $100. And same goes on the finish line. If you're like, man, I think I beat him, and you want to protest it, it's $100. Then we'll show you the finish line footage. And if you're right, you get the money back, you move on. If you're wrong, money goes on top of that pot. Your wall's good, your guardrail's good. I don't recommend hitting it, but if you want to hit it and ride it down, then
it's up to you.
Be our guest. We'll judge your car too after the fact. If that happens and you think you can make the next round, we'll make the call on it. We feel like the car's
It's safe or not. Yeah.
Fenders hanging off, we're good with it. But if you got bars hanging off, that's a different story. Biggest thing is we appreciate everybody for coming, man. Without you guys, we don't have no race. We think tomorrow is actually going to be a banger. Friday nights, no matter where we go, is a little tough. So tomorrow's going to be badass, but we got a badass group of racers tonight. So this is going to be cool. Definitely this track is the equalizer. Everybody knows it's ran here. Just don't be no hero. You know, the pots tonight in the classes probably is not worth what your car is worth. So if anybody wants to sell your car for what the pots are going to be, I'll buy it. I'll buy it now.
So there you go, guys. We want all 8 pair down here. We'll do opening ceremonies at 8 o'clock soon. We shoot for 8 o'clock. So national anthem at 8 o'clock. Tailgate next. Whoever gets the county main chip gets the vibe. All right, Billy, let's do it. This is tailgate, first pair, left lane, Billy Ward. First pair, left lane, Billy Ward. Right lane, Zach Reiner. Pair number 3, left lane, Brandon Campbell. Pair number 3, right lane, Wayne Lewis.
We're down to 82 degrees. It's going to get down to mid-70s tonight. Another perfect night for no prep drag racing.
The tailgate class ran second after Rung What You Brung. And there's always this weird area where racing has started, but I got to get suited up, but not quite yet. This is when the butterflies start coming in. So I watched a few couple pairs before I got suited up and kind of got into my little zone. My only regret from this weekend, it's not really a regret, it's just what happened. When I tested on Tuesday night, I tested on the street, and I realized that the converter worked great. If I just left off idle, it flashed right up. I did not account for a sticky track. And the next time I go to a frontside no prep, I will test on a sticky track, because if I would have left off the trans brake, it would have been a whole different story. I don't care how you feel about it, my favorite part of racing in a no prep is pulling through the crowd to do my burnout. These poor people have no idea how loud it's about to get.
Give it up for the van. Oh, man.
Can I get a heck yeah, race fan? Check this out. Sponsored tonight by Cleveland Injector Hospital, Tomohani Media, Hurricane Season Customs. It's the Dodge van with the 540, aka Hurricane Season. In the left lane is Brandon Campbell. I can't even see it. The van is blocking my view. The only thing that would make this better if he won the wheelie.
I think there's an S10 over the other way.
We need Jerry Busick.
I had a new GoPro as my interior camera, and unfortunately it needed to be set up, and I didn't realize that. So I didn't get the interior footage, but the van made a pass, and I was so excited. I was literally on top of the world. The moral advantage came through once again, because I was a truck behind this thing that was easily a third of the weight. And everybody recognized that. As if the 150-foot hill shutoff area wasn't sketchy enough, there's a 180-degree turn at the top of the hill, or you're in the woods. This was our third year here, my third pass here, and I finally did what I wanted to do. I redeemed myself for all the mistakes that were made last year. I put on a good show. I couldn't have been happier, or so I thought. Because when I finally got down the hill and back to our pit spot, I had another surprise waiting for me. Travis that we were parked with had told me that earlier in the day 1320 had come and done some video around the van, I think when we were at registration. But as soon as I parked and started shutting off my GoPros, Kyle pulled up. I don't know what video they'll use, if any, but it was an honor. So there was nothing left to do now but hang out and enjoy some racing.
Woods, absolutely. And, you know,
And then they went to Gangster's Paradise. And then they went to the Purge.
Tommy coming on hard at the end. fine. Stay down here, guys. Just stay down here. Unless you're with the guys. Actually, just stay down here. We'll let the crew get down there.
Driven by Rick Giffen out of Circleville, Ohio, a 90 Mustang with a 6.0. Final pair in the True Street. Final pair in True Street. Wow. Can we make sure that wasn't Jeff Thomas in that white car in the left lane? The Killer Money. Is that right? So what we're talking about here, Steve Mills is going to get a competition by as Jimmy Atkins is broke. I'm not going to say why. And this means get your phones out. We got Zach Jones out of Louisville, Kentucky in the right lane. Tommy Hoskinson smoking it in the left lane, and it's going to be the right lane.
Right lane for the win.
easier. So again, 2.5, 45 degrees silicone coupler. Bring it to the stripper glitter tent, please. Street Racing Channel. Gonna get the buy here.
So you'll get 2 minutes, and we have started in 2 minutes.
All right, we got him on the clock, Billy.
Something wanting to exit.
So it's going to be Brandon.
That thing is clean and green.
It's True Street to the staging lane. So here's what we got left. Zach Baum, Robbie Martin, and Mike Corley, and Houston Payton. If you didn't all the way from Trevor, Wisconsin. This is an 07 Ford Mustang.
That Mustang is serious business.
This guy is 42, 45. He looks a lot older than that. I agree. Whitey on the right side. All right, let's get back to it.
That was tight.
Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I knew we were going to have to see the top of the track.
Oh, they called it right lane.
The right lane it is. Houston Payton.
Well, they're redoing it. Yeah, this is a long time, Jimmy.
Wow, this might have been worth protest. Yeah, this might have been the most of it.
Put the rest of his glasses on. Julie? Oh no, we got stories we gotta hear. He's able to film that. Jump, right lane's your winner.
That's a good protest, guys. See, get your money back. She come back to get her money.
See, you can't take it long. It confuses even us.
She's come back to get the money right now. Look at this. Come up here and do a Dillo shot too before we're done.
91, S10, 350.
How about this crowd that we got to watch the finals, Jay?
At 1 o'clock in the morning.
At 1 o'clock in the morning, hey,
Sickos.
these are the badasses.
A little bit of luck tonight for Billy the Kid. He did get that chip draw from you.
Yeah.
You drew it. Chip draw to the finals for Billy the Kid.
Coming through from Wisconsin.
Trevor, Wisconsin, that's right.
Hey, that's the coolest thing about doing these events. I mean, you just never know where everybody's from.
Zach Baum, the 07 Ford Mustang. It's the 3-valve 281 from Streetcar Shenanigans Performance. Again, the right-hand side, Maxwell's dad, Mike Corley, out of the left-hand lane, back and in. This is your True Street Finals. We'll have Run What You Brung as your final round of action. Here we go. Zach Baum, super stoked about that. Zach Baum with the win out of Trevor, Wisconsin. Are you ready, race fans? We've got your final pair here tonight of Cash Days at the Hill number 3. We're down the steep hill to the left lane. It's the Green Dragon. Battling all the way to the finals here tonight. This is an S10 91 600. Up against Trick Daddy, Zach Jones out of Louisville, Kentucky, the 1989. Sponsored by Driving Youngsters.
No Prep Racing has changed a lot in the 6 years we've been doing it. But at the end of the day, all I want is a class I can fit in, have fun with my dad, race my van, and sleep in it at the end of the night. Big thanks to Happy and Limpy for putting on a badass event, and Cleveland Injector Hospital for helping us get there.